if the fourth time is the charm. 3 times I tried to go live and it cut me off. So, in typical fashion, this is how it goes on my channel. It's actually funny at this point. Welcome, everybody. As long as I am live, let's see if we can get this going. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, Barn on 11970. It is now 3 p.m. exactly. Eastern Standard Time on November 12th, 2016, which I guess is appropriate for the 3 o'clock hour because I wanted to mention that as of now, I have a total of 30,000 subscribers, and I find that amazing. So I just want to show this really quick, that I officially have 30,000 subscribers. Just hit a few moments ago. So I wanted to say thank you to all of my subscribers and just tell you how amazed I am and humbled. My channel must be one of the most suppressed channels out there, considering 30,000 subscribers. And as you can see on the bottom here, right as of now, I'm averaging about 900 subscribers every 28 days. It was actually at one point as high as 1,300 every day. And the views get less and less. But I see there are some videos that are actually starting to get out there. So that is promising. The one that I actually find funny is the petition to deport the celebrities. Even though it shows 3,900, it's almost 7,000. So they're kind of keeping the numbers lower. So it's almost double what you're seeing. But I want to show you something. Here is the petition. One signed. I'm going to refresh it. It is still one signed. So they are definitely making sure that this doesn't get out there. Now, obviously, I wasn't trying to say that this petition would actually do anything. It was basically to show these extremely arrogant celebrities that they're not as important as they think they are. When they live in that Hollywood dream world of everybody kissing their rear end and they get everything they want, they start to assume that we worship them. And that may be true with some people, but, in this economy, when you're starving to death and you're losing your jobs and your freedoms are going away, you really don't want to listen to these mega privileged people trying to tell you what to do based on how much money they get paid and how they sell out. So if you actually go to that video and read the comments, not one person actually said, oh no, they deserve to be here and you shouldn't do something like this. Everybody is in agreement. So I know the petition wasn't going to work, but it was to send a message that we don't care about what they have to say. And those are the people that are some of the problems that we want to change. And here's the funny part, and I want to give credit to some of my subscribers, because like I said in my video, they all said, oh, well, if Trump gets elected, I'm moving to Canada. Well, no one said Mexico. Well, what about anywhere else? What about, did any of them say, you know what, if Trump gets elected, because I'm so full of tolerance and love and unity, I'll move to the Middle East? Do you hear any of them say that? Because if you think about Canada, what does it have? Primarily Caucasian people. So they're all for tolerance and unity and togetherness and all this stuff, but they want to move to another country that is basically probably whiter than we are. But you don't hear them say, oh, I'm going to move to Mexico or Chile or China or Russia or Afghanistan or Saudi Arabia. But they'll sure move to Canada, which is funny because a couple of people that live in Canada said we don't want them. And somebody made a joke saying it looks like Canada is going to be building the next wall. So it was good to see that people had a sense of humor, and I'll tell you, this day and age, you really need that. But as you saw with the live video shot of the actual link, and I'll post it again, the link in the description if you want to sign that petition. It's just to prove a point. It still shows only one signature. So in typical government fashion, they love to cover up stuff. And, like I said, over the years, I've been called paranoid and crazy and all this stuff. And here it is, a government website where you're allowed to go and make a petition that gets, if it gets 100,000 signatures, the president does have to respond, and it still shows one signature, even though there are multiple people that said they signed it, which means either every single person that said they signed it lied, or they're suppressing the numbers. So it's typical in my videos and my channel that they're going to do stuff like that. That just means we're on the right path. They don't, like, to me, it's not the fact that, yes, they're not going to deport anybody, obviously. But they don't even want to show the numbers of how many people are actually in agreement that they don't care about these extreme leftists, these celebrities that are so arrogant and so out of touch. You know, they live in this dream world. Like, I mean, I love the picture that they showed of Lady Gaga supposedly in the front seat of her limousine, so sad when Trump became president. Don't you love the fact that the window was open so you could see how sad she was? Like, that wasn't a publicity shot. I mean, come on. If you're going to be in a limo, first of all, she's going to be in the back seat. But even if she was in the front seat, why did she have the window down when she's not looking out and trying to get attention? She's looking straight forward with her head down. So it was an opportunity to make a photo opportunity. And it's ridiculous because they assume we're stupid. You know, they got all this admiration and people spending their money going to concerts and watching their movies and giving them all this love, and they're nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. And we're tired of it. I could care less if every single celebrity in this country was moving to wherever they move. Do you think any one of us is going to be like when Miley Cyrus was crying? And it shows, and it's actually funny. If you listen to any of the Republican celebrities, or not even has to be Republican, any of the celebrities that were for Donald Trump, they were rational, they made common sense, they spoke eloquently, they seemed to know more about what's going on. And then you get these celebrities like Miley Cyrus, who's crying hysterical like a 5-year-old child, who walks around wearing dildos into concerts and sticking her tongue out. You know, there's something mentally wrong with these people. And they think that they can do anything, and we're just going to sit there and kiss their rear end. Well, I, for one, could care less if they all move. I'm not going to sit here if Miley Cyrus says, you know what, that's it, I'm really moving. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, we need to stop this. We have to stop the world from losing Miley Cyrus and Cher and Whoopi Goldberg and all these other people. I mean, really? I mean, Amy Schumer, famous for stealing other people's jokes. And I guess we're supposed to be told that she's funny. You know, and I don't have a problem with women comedians. To me, the funniest female comedian I know, and I put her up in my top 10 of the most funniest comedians, is Ellen DeGeneres back in the days. I mean, her stuff, when I would watch it, I would be laughing the whole time. She's a great comedian. Until she kind of sold out and started going the whole, you know, sitting around talking to a bunch of celebrities, these privileged people. But, I mean, to me, we're awakening. And I'm glad to see it. And like I say, better late than never. Because of this election, and this is why I'm saying, whether it was planned this way, whether they're all in cahoots or whatever, is irrelevant. The fact is, it awoken millions of people. And they finally started to make their first attempt to try and change things. And when they find out eventually that they really can't really change things by just voting somebody else in, that maybe they'll say, you know what, we did everything that we can, we found the one candidate that wasn't a politician, who couldn't be bought and paid for, and this person couldn't fix it, and I hope he can, but if he can't fix it, like I really think they can't, because one person can't fix a corrupt system, maybe these people will finally say, you know what, we did all we could, now it's time to find another way. So this is an eye-opening, eye-awakening opportunity in the near future, and I think that's a good thing. And that's why I say all the time, whether someone is good or bad, sometimes you can learn more from the bad than the good, because you can learn how other people think, and you can learn what not to do, and what does not work. That's why I always say, listen to all sides, but don't just believe every single thing just because you might like somebody or resonate with somebody. I don't want people to just sit there and say, no matter what I say, oh, I agree with you and I like what you say. No, call me out if I do something wrong, but just do it in a respectful way. And that's why I love the few amount of people that are allowed to be here. Because as I've shown with proof on my videos that they are being blocked all around the world, that's why I can have 30,000 subscribers and have less than 1,000 views per video, because I showed proof. And if you haven't seen it, I did it a couple of days ago, where I showed that when I tried to add a video onto my cover page, it would warn me saying that that video, even if it was made that day, was blocked in other countries. So people say to me all the time, it's like, oh, how come you have so many subscribers and so few views? It's because they're blocking it. But what that tells me is I am saying or doing something right. Because if my stuff was absolutely crazy, they would want it out there so they could say, oh, look, here's another crazy conspiracy theorist who's just saying the most ridiculous things. But no, they're hiding it because I must be on the right path. And to me, that's a good thing. It's frustrating because here I am trying to do the right thing and they're keeping that from happening. And that's why I rely so much on you guys and girls out there who care about this stuff. And I can't thank you enough. You've stuck with me through thick and thin. And this has been an interesting ride. And like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. And we are starting to see that more and more. So I wanted to take this opportunity to all of you out there, whether you're watching this live now or you watch it days, weeks later. Because my videos get watched for a day or two and then I guess they just move on. And that's fine. But if my message gets out to one person and it helps change their life in any way, then to me that is a success, that is a win. And that's why I try and preach to all the people that come to my channel to never give up, to always do your best. It can be frustrating, it can be aggravating, it can be stressful, it can be lonely, it could be, making you want to punch a wall. But if you don't give up, eventually you win. Because how many people that come to my channel appreciate what I do? Just imagine if years ago I gave up. Because remember, if you've been following me for a while, I had another channel. This channel was originally called Barnun 11967. And back then I didn't really know what was going on and I was overwhelmed. Because I went from somebody that was just a typical sheep to all of a sudden getting thrown all this information and I had to process this stuff. And it can drive you crazy almost in a way. And I let the trolls and people, because I didn't know back then what I know now, I let them affect me to the point I shut down the channel. And there was a lot of videos that were very helpful that I regret now, looking back, taking away from the people. But with this channel, I've stuck with it. I've still had to deal with some of the trolls. I still get haters. I still get people that were still coming from my comic book channel to say stupid things. You can't control those people. And you don't care. You point it out because, you can't avoid everything. And you could learn even from the worst situations. But it shows that if you don't give up, good things can happen. And things that I was being attacked and ridiculed and ignored and insulted for years ago are proving to be true. So that's why you just bide your time. You just keep trying to do the right thing. People will come to you eventually. If you have something to say worth listening to, somebody out there will hear it. So that's why even with 30,000, if only 500 people watch this video, one person gets something good out of it, then it's a beautiful thing. So I want you all to lose your fear. Get yourself out there. Spread the word. Not just mine, but make your own. The more we speak up, the more they lose their power. And I'm not sure what everybody's saying about unlearned. Did I say that? Maybe I'm like being channeled through Yoda or something. So, I mean, like they say, like Yoda does say, you must unlearn what you have learned. So, I'm not going to make this video long because obviously when somebody sees the title of this, they're going to think I'm just bragging and everything that I got 30,000 subscribers. Believe me, there are some channels that get 30,000 subscribers in the first minute of their day. Must be nice. So the 19 people that took the time to listen to this video, I want to thank you. I appreciate all the comments, the love, the support, the corrections when I need them, the information when it's given to me, the comments that you leave, people that share my videos. To the 3 or 4 people that actually donated over the past 5 years, I want to thank them. It meant a lot. And we're going to keep going, and we're going to change this world. If we don't give up and we don't give in, we can change the world. The more people that participate, the faster it will happen. So thank you so much, everybody. I love you all. I hope you have a great weekend. Please be safe, and don't forget to have your trolls spayed or neutered. Have a good weekend.